Well, where are we today, Teen?
We are cruising the North Atlantic Ocean.
And we have just passed the halfway point between Florida, which we got on at
Fort Lauderdale.
We're halfway to the Azore Islands.
Yes.
So we pretty much are in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, we are.
The nice thing about it is, I suppose, everybody thinks we're still in Portugal, and surprise, surprise.
We're not.
So
We're here.
We had got home for 3 weeks and kind of got itchy feet. We just didn't want to stay there for another couple of months because we've got trailer season coming up shortly. So Tina had been keeping an eye on this particular cruise. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Tina?
Well, we had been looking at this cruise before we actually went to Portugal, so we were aware of what the prices were. So when Norm was saying, let's look for somewhere to go, we were pulling the prices up, and man, did we see the prices had plummeted.
One of the things that Tina is very good at doing is writing down vacation trips and the prices they're currently advertised at, and then we revisit them over time if we feel as though we do want to do that trip. And that's what happened with this.
Yes.
So we are on the Princess Regal, a cruise ship that we have been on before, and we have done a transatlantic crossing from Copenhagen to New York. So this one is going the opposite way.
Yes, so we are going from Fort Lauderdale and we will finish up in Southampton, United Kingdom.
So everybody now knows why we were in Fort Lauderdale for one night.
Yeah.
And we didn't see much of it because we flew in, got a hotel and went to sleep and got on a shuttle in the next morning to be at the cruise port for around 10 o'clock. So we have gold status with Princess, which means absolutely nothing.
No. Although we did get a welcome party last night, Norm, and a free drink, which was nice.
Welcome back to Princess.
Yes.
So this is our stateroom, and part of the reason that we bought the cruise was that, as Tina said, the prices had just fallen through the floor. Yeah. And so we were able to get a mini suite instead of a balcony or a window view or an inside, very competitively. But before we do that, I know we got some really good comments about our lavish spending on Air Transat, flying to Portugal, Faro, and spending all that money, Tina.
I know, I hear you, Norm. I was looking at them.
So we have saved money this time.
Yes.
And we are flying economy with Air Canada.
We did, didn't we?
So the nice thing about Princess Cruises is that they do air flights that you can buy from Princess Cruises. It's called Princess Air.
Yes.
So we searched their website and managed to find direct flight Air Canada, Toronto to Fort Lauderdale, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Hotel we stayed in was the Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah.
Just by cruise terminal number 2, they had a free shuttle.
Yeah, it was great.
Who likes free, eh?
Oh, it was great.
It really did. And then we bought a transfer from the hotel to the cruise port. If we were doing it again, we would have just got an Uber, I think.
Yeah.
It would have been far cheaper, far quicker as well. New travel eSIM product that just came out. We were notified about it just as we left for this cruise. And it's from a firm called Saily, S-A-I-L-Y, which is owned by NordVPN. And it's specifically an eSIM product that you can buy so simply. And it works in 150 different countries. So we bought Portugal.
We did. Yes.
And there's multiple packages. Yeah. So we just bought a 7-day package because we're going to be hitting Ponta Delgada in the Azores, which is Portuguese territory. Yeah. We'll flick this eSIM on there and then it will last for 7 days. And we are also going to Lisbon on this cruise.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about it is I can knock off the phone plan because the eSIM becomes a second choice. Just select that. You're not looking to buy a SIM card. You're not going to get ripped off by SIM card sellers. And Saily is very competitive in price. We've never done this before, but it was easy.
Yeah.
So we just download the app to the smartphone.
Yeah.
We bought the SIM card online because there isn't a SIM card, it's electronic. They downloaded it to my phone and we're good to go.
Yeah. It's fantastic, isn't it? And we literally did that the day we were actually boarding, didn't we?
So
and we would like to say thanks to Saily for sponsoring our video today.
Very much indeed. So we got on the ship pretty quickly, Teen.
It was very smooth, very slick, wasn't it? And they have this new thing called Medallions, so you don't have the old-fashioned keys. So we both got gold medallions, which opens the door, and basically anything you want to do on the ship, you do with your medallion.
So they have an app for your smartphone, and you're really encouraged to check in before you leave home.
Yeah.
So we did all that. We answered all the questions. So we were pre-cleared to board. We didn't have to answer any questions at the desk.
Nope.
We just went to this blue line because being Canadians, being last minute people booking the trip, they wouldn't send the medallions to us. Whereas if you're in the US, they would.
Yeah.
So we went up to the counter. There was hardly anybody there. Lady took our pictures for security and gave us the medallions, and we were on board.
It was great, wasn't it? We came straight up to our cabin, then we went and got some lunch. We were very impressed with the cabin, weren't we?
We are.
Yes.
So we have been on the Regal before, as we said, and it's a nice sized ship. It's not one of the mega ships. We think Princess is doing a pretty good job in the cruise industry. We've been with Holland America before many, many times.
Yeah, we have.
We did like the demographics of Holland America. We liked the smaller ships, sort of 2,600 and less passengers. But they become expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're clawing back all their COVID losses,
Perhaps,
but Princess are really cutting the prices on some of their trips.
Yeah. I mean, we got a fantastic deal, didn't we, Norm? Hey?
Now, the one thing that they do heavily push are the drinks packages, and they've bundled those now, like most cruise companies, where they're bundling the alcohol package with the crew tips, with internet, and then just some other fluff like a free piece of cake or
something like that. But we're not eating cakes, are we? Not?
One or two specialty dining occasions. And we did the numbers.
Yeah.
Because there's two packages.
Yes.
One at 69 plus tax and one at
80 something
plus
tax.
And I don't think my liver or kidneys could take the amount of alcohol we would have to drink.
To break even on what we would be paying. So we decided not to go with the package, didn't we?
Because Tina worked out that it was going to be like $3,000 for the 16 days that were on this boat.
Just insane, wasn't it?
It was.
So we've decided if we want to drink, we'll just pay as we go along.
Pay as we go.
Yeah.
The other inside tip, which is really relevant now, it's not for us, but we're Carnival Cruise Line shareholders. So they own Princess, they own Holland America, plus Carnival Cruise Lines. You can buy 100 shares at market value, whatever they are, and at the moment they're pretty reasonable, around $17 as we record this.
Great deal, aren't they?
You apply for a shareholder benefit. There's a form that you can get off the internet from their website, and on this 16-day trip, they gave us, how much, Teen?
$250 as an onboard credit.
That's US dollars, so that's real money.
So that will buy us quite a few drinks, won't it, Norm?
So we did buy Carnival cruise shares about 5 years ago, probably at their peak at $65 and they have gone down ever since. So
but still, we're getting the onboard credits now.
So if I was new to it again, I would just go out and buy 100 shares at around anywhere between $15 to $18.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get these onboard credits, and they vary from about $50 up to $250.
Depending on how many days the cruise is,
and the category of cabin that you have.
That's true. We got this because it's a mini suite, wasn't it?
So we're traveling with carry-on team?
Yes, we are. And the great thing about Princess is that they have laundrettes. So, as you know...
And I know somebody who can operate a laundrette.
So, we have one on our floor. So, I will be doing laundry. That is the perfect thing. Carry-on luggage, you need access to laundry. And we have it on the ship, which is perfect.
That's another great advantage of Princess, is that they're still having... washing machines, laundrettes on their ships.
It's great. Okay.
So we are not doing the formal dining because we did the carry-on. There's no room for posh clothes.
No, we couldn't get Norm's dicky bow and jacket and all my fancy dresses in. So
and we're not posh clothes people. We're more T-shirt people, like AC/DC in my green shirt.
So we are going to be just doing the casual dining, aren't we?
Yeah, and the other advantage of Princess that we're finding is that their buffet is pretty darn good, especially in the evening.
Yeah.
Whereas Holland America and MSC were terrible.
Good, were they? No. And another big highlight too, Norm, that we should tell everybody about is that we are having breakfast room service, and it is
free.
Wonderful, and it's free. So we get a huge carafe of coffee and juice and eggs and whatever you want to order.
We take the menu and ignore all the pre-ticked options, and we write our
all
own.
the things we want. And it's
it works.
wonderful. And so we have breakfast in our cabin. In fact, the first day we were on board, we had breakfast actually out on the balcony.
It was so warm.
It was beautiful. And that is a big perk of Princess. We're really enjoying that, aren't we?
We are indeed. So, they're not charging you like other cruise lines for that.
No, it's great.
The service has been great, and the cabin has. So, what type of cabin have we got, Tine?
So we have a mini suite, which means that we have a wonderful bedroom area, and we have an additional sitting area with a complete three-seater sofa and an additional armchair. And we also have a desk with a chair.
And 2 TVs.
Yes, so we can watch it either on the sofa or from the bedroom, which is a big plus.
So this is why we chose the mini suite, because had we gone to a balcony, there's no sitting area on Princess cruises on the basic balconies. So there's nowhere to sit other than the
one chair.
The one chair that's at the desk. And
so we didn't really like that, did we?
We've always liked having room service for breakfast so we can relax in the morning.
Yeah.
We're on vacation. We don't want to be rushing anywhere, getting in the shower.
No.
God knows what time in the morning.
And talking about showers, Norm, that's another big plus of the mini suite, is that we actually have a bath with a shower over the bath, which means we have the big shower as opposed to people in the balcony who only have the small shower. And we hear it's a pretty tight fit to get in the small shower.
A friend of ours who's he's quite a big guy. He's taller than me, but, you know, his greatest fear about being in his cabin, which was an inside with a tiny shower, was dropping the soap.
Yes.
There's no room to bend over, and you're just banging your elbows. Whereas in ours, it's a full-size tub.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? And we get more fancy soaps and all the different hand lotions and towels and everything.
We get everything for Princess Tina. all the good designer stuff.
But you know what, Norm? People are really thinking that we're probably spending an absolute fortune on this mini suite.
So, Jane, let's get down and dirty with the numbers.
So,
what did we pay for this room?
So we actually ended up paying...
Oh, we must ask you to keep this a secret. Don't tell anybody else. Just between us two.
Well, we ended up paying, I'm pretty sure it was 1,350 Canadian dollars each.
For a mini suite?
For a mini suite. We were looking at the balcony, and that was, I'm going to say, $200 or $300 less. So
the mini suite we got, and we do this all the time, is a guarantee room. So we don't know where we're going on the boat.
No.
So we expected to get the worst room possible, but what the heck? You know,
I know.
For it was $1,300, what do you expect?
And the price was made up. Basically, the actual price was, I think, $1,149 plus taxes, and I think the taxes was like $170. So that's why I'm saying it's just about $1,350 each. And we feel it was an absolute deal for the room that we got. So
that same friend of mine who's in the big in the small showers, he often says when he gets a really good deal, he refers to that IKEA advert. Start the engine! Because you got to steal.
And we're thrilled, aren't we?
We are.
It's great. We are very excited.
And at these prices, you can overlook a heck of a lot of things if they go wrong.
Yeah.
So far, nothing has gone wrong.
No, it's just all been plain sailing. It's all been plain sailing so far.
It's usually me making the jokes,
I know. Hey, as we're looking here, I'm looking at the ocean, like going like this, Norm.
We actually have our camera stuck on the patio doors facing us on a suction cup. And we're looking at the ocean now.
And it is beautiful. It
It's
is
sunny.
really nice. Yeah. And we've been busy enjoying things on the ship. We go walking on the walking deck, on deck 18 up at the top. We go to all the different places to eat. Oh, we've been to some fabulous lectures, haven't we?
Yeah, about
wonderful about
luxury travel with rail cruise ships from the past, and even the Zeppelins and what have you.
We're actually
a great presenter.
He was very good, isn't he?
Yeah, guy called Rich.
And we're actually enjoying not having Wi-Fi, funny as it seems, because you have to do totally different things. You read books, you do crosswords.
We've been reading books,
Yeah, you do crosswords, you do
We
all
spend
sorts
a
of
lot
things.
of time
on
the internet with our photo business and with YouTube.
YouTube, doing comments and everything.
And we love doing it.
Yeah.
But we figured for 7 days, we would have nothing at all until we get to Ponta Delgada. One of the things that Princess has done, and it's pretty smart to be honest with you, is between Florida and Ponta Delgada in the Azores, there are four time changes.
I know.
And so basically what they've decided to do is to implement a new policy, which is changing the time at midday instead of midnight, because they've done a bit of research and they've found that there's less effect of jet lag or tiredness for people where the time changes at midday. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and actually today we've just had our second time change. So at 12, the hour jumped to 1, and we seem to be handling it so far really good, don't we?
We do indeed.
Yeah.
So we're glad that you came along. We'll just wrap up quickly. Our travel insurance is valid for 31 days with our credit card.
Yeah.
We bought that as a standalone policy from our credit card, from the Bank of Montreal, MasterCard. It's not the insurance that comes with the credit card. We bought an additional policy they offer above that, which is called Total Travel.
Total travel and medical protection, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that gives us 31 days.
Yeah.
So there's no cost for our
Nope.
Medical or travel insurance beyond the $325 that we pay annually for that. Our flights were $1,500 from Princess. That included flying Air Canada non-stop Toronto to Fort Lauderdale.
And then we will take the return back from London Heathrow to Toronto.
Direct.
And, yeah, both were direct flights, and we're very pleased with that.
And both Air Canada.
Yes.
So that was $1,500 in flights. We are flying economy.
Yeah.
Because you all bullied us about the Air Transat.
Well, we're flying economy because the other one was about 18,000 each. So that was a no-brainer. We're going economy on this one.
So thanks for joining us. We hope everybody is staying safe.
And keeping well.
And until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.